My marriage didn't end the day I packed my bags. It ended slowly, in silence, in pieces I kept swallowing just to keep the peace. Favour was 19, in her first year at the university, when I finally left. She was young, hopeful, still believing love was meant to feel safe. But my marriage was never safe. He cheated openly. And if I dared to question him, he called me disrespectful. If I cried, I was dramatic. If I complained, he hit me. Sometimes with his hands. Most times with his words. Who will want you? You're nothing without me. Be grateful I married you. And I stayed. I stayed because I didn't have savings. I stayed because society blames the woman. I stayed because I didn't want my daughter growing up without a father. But what I didn't realize was that she was already growing up watching her mother shrink. She heard the shouting. She saw my swollen eyes. She noticed how I forced a smile at breakfast like nothing happened. One night, after he shoved me for asking where he had been, I locked myself in the bathroom and looked at my reflection. I didn't recognize the woman staring back. I looked tired. Smaller. Broken. And then a question hit me. If my daughter marries a man like this one day, would I tell her to stay? The answer came instantly. No. That was the night everything changed. I watched Favour studying through her half-open door, so focused on building a future. And I realized something painful: staying wasn't protecting her. It was teaching her that love means pain. That silence means strength. That women endure. A week later, after another insult, another reminder that I was nothing, I finally summoned the courage to leave. There was no apology. No closure. Just a suitcase, my daughter's trembling hands in mine, and a door closing behind us. I still wonder if I made the right decision. Leaving was not freedom. At least not at first. It was fear. We moved into a small apartment. I took multiple jobs: cleaning, catering, selling little things online. Some days we barely had enough. Some nights I cried quietly so Favour wouldn't hear me. He called sometimes. Not to apologize. But to remind me how hard life would be without him. And he was right. Life was hard. But it was peaceful. No shouting at midnight. No insults tearing at my self-worth. No fear of footsteps outside my door. Slowly, something shifted. Favour smiled more. She spoke with confidence. She studied harder. One evening she looked at me and said, "Mom, thank you for choosing us." That sentence healed parts of me I didn't know were broken. Years passed. We struggled, but we survived. I rebuilt myself little by little. I stopped seeing myself as the woman who was nothing. I started seeing myself as the woman who chose courage. The day Favour graduated, I cried, not just because she succeeded, but because we did. She stood tall, full of dignity, full of self-worth. And I knew she would never accept disrespect disguised as love. Leaving cost me comfort. It cost me security. It cost me the illusion of a perfect family. But staying would have cost me my soul. Moral. Sometimes the hardest decisions are the ones that protect your future. Staying in pain teaches your children to accept pain. Choosing courage teaches them strength. Walking away is not failure, it is self-respect. If you're in a place where you feel trapped, remember this: fear is loud, but peace is powerful. The first step is always the hardest, but it can change everything. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs courage today. Like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more powerful stories that remind you of your strength.